Well, we're on the 9 o'clock barge over to World Heritage listed Fraser Island. One of the main reasons we moved to Hervey Bay was to have Fraser on our doorstep. We can't wait to spend a week up at Orchid Beach. We've got some boutique accommodation organised, so stay tuned for our week-long adventure. You need to do when you're beach driving is to reduce your air pressures on your tyres, and using the ARB easy deflators. That's it. I like to go straight down to 18, so this actually takes the centre out.
Well, Scotty, every time we want to do an adventure, we try and Google or YouTube something about how our car's performing and finding very limited information. So how about we give it a go? We're over at Fraser Island. We're here for a week. We're staying at Orchid Beach. We'll be running up the eastern beach, hopefully all the way up to Syndicate.
We will be going to Syndicate.
So we've done Fraser Island numerous times. We're big Discovery fans. We started off in a TDI.
We did.
Going back in about 98.
Yeah, and we had two TD3s, a TD4, and now a TD5.
The landmark.
Or Discovery 5.
It's the landmark edition. So
It is.
in the cabin, what do you think?
So far, it is super comfortable. I like the idea of being able to raise the body, the chassis, up off the wheels. And to drive on the sand, you simply just select, I call it cactus mode, but the sand mode down here, there's a few holes there, and we just select that and put it in drive. That's it, and all you have to do is drive it. The car actually does everything else for you. It could not be an easier or more comfortable vehicle to drive, to be honest.
What do you think of the suspension?
It's fantastic. It's super soft. Like, we've had previous ones where we put aftermarket suspension on. The TDI had it, TD3 had it, and then the TD4 we actually had the air suspension that it came standard with, and it was a fantastic truck. But this one by far is the most comfortable of the Discoveries we've owned today.
Not with this vehicle, but there's another one in front of us.
Ironically enough, we've just come across another TD5. Not TD5, it's called Discovery 5.
Well, here we are. Aren't you wrong?
Lunchtime.
Time for
Pie and chips.
pie and chips.
With sauce.
Yum,
Yes.
nothing better on a day like today.
Exactly right. Wait for the tide to go down a little bit so we can do the run up the beach to Orchid next.
Awesome.
Going to sand mode. Well, train, we had the fantastic meat pie and chips at the Yurong Bakery. About to get onto the eastern beach and make our way up to Orchid Beach eventually. So let's go and see what the beach looks like. It is high tide, so. butterfly to it, not bad. It's not looking too bad, train.
It does look pretty good, doesn't it?
A little bit wild between the squalls. That's looking a bit dark up there. And that's where we're going.
Do you just feel like there is no air left to breathe? Do you just wanna to be left outside the grid? It's all for show, I didn't know. I wonder what it meant to be if I let go.
Okay, Scotty, so we're now on sand on the beach, the eastern beach of Fraser Island.
We are in some soft stuff, but I've got to say, the disco is eating it. It is eating it. No troubles at all. And it's super comfortable.
And quiet.
Well, it wasn't a minute ago when I had Hilltop Woods playing. Just saying. Go down here where it's a bit harder, I think, get out of the soft stuff. We've come up from Orchid Beach to our accommodation. So we're at Kagari, and this is Kyeema. What do you reckon, matey?
It's pretty cool.
First impressions are pretty good.
Absolutely.
You got the disco a bit dirty. Looks alright when he's jacked up though, doesn't he?
Hasn't it performed beautifully though?
It has.
Like, all credit to the car.
It has been a beautiful drive. Yeah, I'll take none of the credit. None. Well, what do you reckon, train?
This is pretty specky.
How good's this joint? How good is this joint?
Perfect.
It is perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
How good is this going to be? Pretty specky.
Do you just feel like there is no air left to breathe?
See if there's a tailor in this guy.
It is.
That's beach worming. Bit out of touch since my Uncle Barry taught me how to do this about 30 years ago. I've managed to catch one though, so there is hope. Oh, God. Alrighty, we've just driven from Orchid this morning up to the first lot of Nagala rocks, Nagala South. Got a few beach worms, not quite as good as I recalled I was 30 odd years ago, but we got a couple of plate. Absolute glamour day. We've got westerly weather, which is the perfect conditions on Fraser. And just thought I'd go and have a look at Nagala, see what it's like. We are going to go through here at some point, and I thought I'd get a great view from the top of that hill. So we're going to go up there and have a look, see what it looks like. Well, the climb was worth it. What a spectacular view. So that's South Nagala Rocks. There's another crossing further up apparently. We'll do that later in another couple of days. Absolutely perfect conditions. Doesn't get any easier than that. Alright, this gentleman here just saw some mullet coming down the beach.
Yeah, there's still a mullet, the patch of mullet in real close.
Yeah.
And he was in like this in the water.
You saw him swimming along.
Yeah, and I threw her out past him.
Yeah.
Started winding in, he grabbed it.
Awesome.
I hope it's a few. He hasn't bitten me off yet, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is, but all I can do is let him run.
You get tired to sit there now, eh?
Bigger than 15.
Oh,
Get over here, Teddy. He did all the hard work. That's a bloody wicked fish off the beach. That is a wicked fish off the beach.
that's a very
Yeah. That's a beautiful fish. What's your name? What's your name? Laurie, I'm Scotland. Congratulations.
You're going to be on the front page of the newspaper.
very good in there.
Well done.
Bloody tailor. Making life miserable. It looks so good this spot. If I was a tailor, I'd live there.
Got another big school of mullet just sitting on that first shore break, and there's another big GT was just chasing it right in, right on the beach. This is not the gear for it though, so I'm not after that, but I did just miss maybe a tail. He's got him penned up in there. It's a big GT.
Probably as big as that other thing. He herded them right in. They come right on that last wave a minute ago. Look at that. Yeah, this one's definitely not a tailor. This just get a nice tail. There's a big school of mullet in this gutter. And chuck the pilly back in there and hit it pretty hard. Probably taken 100, 150 metres along. It's either another one of those GTs or I'd love it to be a Dewey. We'll find out hopefully. Only got 40-pound leader. I've got the maximum thread. I can't put no more on it than that. I need him to come this way. Stop for fuck's sake, I can't put any more on him. Stop.
Now it's running.
Alright, we got absolute glamour conditions today. Light offshore westerly again. Weather's been perfect since we arrived on Sunday in less than favourable weather. around as far as you're allowed to drive to the lighthouse train.
Made it.
It was a good run, wasn't it?
It was.
Beautiful, offshore winds.
Yep.
It is beautiful. Southwester today again, so we thought it'd be nice up here today. Southeaster is actually even better, but very pleasant all the same. Anyway, we're going to go for a walk and check out the lighthouse. Oh, that's a bit of an energetic walk up the hill there, train.
Look, I'm not even huffing
No, not at all.
now.
Yeah, and a little bit more to go now, but this is the Sandy Cape Lighthouse Station and Museum. Lots of old bottles.
Yeah.
And over here, there's a little grill to tell you what they all are. Now, maybe just come off of the view really. There's not a cloud in the sky. Breeze is cool, which was refreshing after that walk uphill. And that was a walk uphill. It says 1.3 kilometres, and it is mostly all uphill. Sandy Cape Lighthouse. There we go, there, trains.
Got it, honey.
Very cool. Very cool. Grab a couple of photos. Alright, what's going on there, train?
Just reading the history of the lighthouse.
Very special, please do not touch. Whatever that is. What is it? Well, train, the view from the top was pretty specky, and now we're going to go and check out these graves and bunkers, mate. Right,
Didn't even know that there was graves
Well,
or bunkers
we-
at this end of the island.
we did not know that. So we'll go and check it out. Alright, well there you go. So there was a radio station and a bunker they built in here, obviously in the Second World War. And you can see the rocks and the bunkers over in the back there. Let's go up around the side here a bit and have a squiz. There you go. Alright, lighthouse keepers did call these the stairway to heaven. We're now on our way up to the graves. I can see why she called it the stairway to heaven. After scaling that lighthouse hill, this is our cardio for the day. Isn't it, Trent?
Certainly is.
Alright, anyway. We can tick it off. So we've seen the graves, the bunkers, and been to the Sandy Cape Lighthouse. Alright, well, she was right about that stairway to heaven bit. And we've made it there. So, this is the graves of the first head lightkeeper and his daughter, who used to look after the lighthouse, and this is their graves. Would have been a most likely a lonely existence back then too. So you've done that before. Alrighty, we've just pulled up at the northern Champagne Pools track. It's a little bit shorter to access the Champagne Pools from this one than it is from the main one. It's just down below this bit of a hill. So we'll take you in there and have a look, because no trip to Fraser Island or Kagari, as it is more often known today, would be not seeing the Champagne Pools. Let's go and take a look. A little bit of swell coming into that actually. follow that track around, it takes you to the southern car park. And that wind's actually swinging southeast. That's the southerly that's was forecast to come through, and it is here now. Yeah, it should be cool down there in that water today, I tell you though. Won't be no swimming for us. And a look down to the north, and that's Waddy Head.
Can't see.
Alright, not a bad spot for a lunch break, mate.
No, it's pretty good.
Glorious. Just an inside. The southeasterly change has come through now, so we're on the lee side of Indian Head in a southerly. And the view from the top is generally pretty spectacular, so I'm going to hike up there and go and have a look. I'll see you when I get back. It's looking south from Indian Head, back along the main beach. Over the back here. View back to Waddy Point. It is beautiful. You probably can't see it with this thing, but there is a very, very large shark down there. You can just see the flaps there. Oh, well, today we've driven across from Orchid Beach to the western side of Fraser Island to the largest estuary on the island. This is Watumba Creek. We have a low tide at 10:30, and it's a great little estuary. It's generally got a few fish to keep me occupied with. It is a bit of a sandfly haven though, so anyone coming across here, be aware of the sandflies. We're in winter time, like nearly August, so they should be less active at this time of the year, but in summertime you want to make sure you have plenty of insect repellent, ideally for sandflies. I prefer the Rid Tropical Strength or Bushman. Anyway, I've rigged up just a light spin stick with a Squidgy Bio Tough 100mm wriggler in bloodworm, and I'm going to go and give it a go for the tide change and see what I can find. We're making our way across to Kyeema on the western side today, and halfway across or thereabouts there's a turn off into Lake Alum, which has always got lots of cool turtles generally. Southeast is coming today, we've got some showery weather rolling across, but we'll go down and have a squiz anyway. It's beautiful too, the forest in here is just stunning, it really is. It's like being on a different island altogether once you get inland off that eastern beach. Well, we're going to have a look. And we've got two mates coming in too from the back. There's his mates, there's two more at the back there. Alright, that's Lake Alum. We'll head across to Kyeema, the camping ground on the western side, and check it out. Well, we made it across Trees.
Well done, honey.
Yeah, Kyeema Creek. We've looked at a Kyeema Creek camping area when we're driving in our boat down the western coast. There's a nice drive across. The sky is about to fall any second now, so I thought I'd just quickly jump out and show you where we are. A few cars all just came in behind us. Alright, we're going to have some lunch, trains, eh?
Yep.
Alright, nice spot to have lunch. Good spot for lunch, mate?
Hey, great spot. Although it could be a tad warmer.
It is cool. Same deal. You wouldn't credit what this place was like 2 days ago.
The same.
Yeah, it
Freezing.
is. It is the largest sand line on Fraser Island, rises a little over 115 metres above sea level and stretches 3.5 kilometres inland, advances up to 1 metre every year, probably due to that howling prevailing southeast sea breeze. Right, anyway, back on the road again. Well, train, not a bad way to wrap up our last night on Fraser Island for this particular trip. That's where we were just over there, but it was not looking like that today.
It certainly wasn't, was
It
it?
was looking a bit like that earlier in the week, but maybe not today.
It's all about timing.
It is. Alright. So, yeah, not a bad way to go glamping on our last night. The weather's a little bit ordinary today, though. And over there in the gloom is reality. That's Hervey Bay over there, somewhere, behind all that rain. I've got to say, it's been a little while since we stayed at Kingfisher Bay Resort, and it is a favourite of ours. It is beautiful, even when it's a bit miserable like this. We're to get the sunset from our deck tonight. Lovely room. So if you're coming over to Fraser Island, you should book at least a night or two at Kingfisher, I reckon. You could do worse.